Should you be stacking more junk silver in 2025? Today, we'll discover the answer together as I reveal why I'm packing more junk in my trunk and why you probably should too. Ahoy, mateys, and welcome to Booty Girl Stacking, where together we'll unearth the real treasures of silver and gold. If you're enjoying these videos and want even more booty in your treasure chest, please smash that like button, share, and subscribe. Now, if you're looking to ascend the ranks of the Booty Girl Stacking crew, please consider joining my Patreon, where for a mere 5 doubloons, you'll gain access to exclusive Booty Girl Stacking content and special giveaways. Should you be stacking more junk silver in 2025? This is a question that I started the new year off with personally. I'm going to share a little bit about the conclusion that I came to. If you're like I was when I first started stacking silver, you might be asking a few of the same questions that I did, like, what even is junk silver? How much junk, if any, should I be stacking? And when is the best time to stack junk silver? Also, why is it called junk silver? It's kind of weird. It's also called constitutional silver and 90% silver. So what is junk silver? Junk silver essentially includes any dime, quarter, half dollar, or silver dollar minted by the US before 1965. Any of the coins made in 1964 or earlier contain 90% silver. I'm going to do a breakdown on the silver content for each of those coins. Pre-65 dimes, including Mercury dimes, Barber dimes, and Roosevelt dimes, contain approximately 0.0724 troy ounces of silver. Now, if you want a full troy ounce of silver in Mercury dimes, you would need 14 dimes. Pre-65 quarters, including Washington quarters, Standing Liberty quarters, and Barber quarters, contain approximately 0.1808 troy ounces of silver. So it would take 6 quarters to make 1 troy ounce. Half dollars, including Walking Liberties, Franklin, and Kennedy halves, contain approximately 0.3617 troy ounces. So it would take 3 half dollars to make 1 full troy ounce of silver. Silver dollars, including Morgan dollars and Peace dollars, contain approximately 0.77344 troy ounces. So if you wanted a full troy ounce with silver dollars, you would have to pair it with a half dollar, and that would come out to a little over a troy ounce. With these silver dollars, you can pair them with other 90% silver coins to make a full troy ounce, but it's either going to be just a little under or a little over. I used to see my grandpa actually stacking these coins when I was a kid, and it's almost kind of like I forgot about them until I started stacking silver, and then I started seeing all of these 90% coins, and I thought, oh my gosh, my family, I think we had a few of those in the curio cabinet growing up that my grandpa gave us. When I first started stacking silver, I would go into the LCS and look behind the counter at all of this constitutional silver and think, okay, I know that I want full ounces of silver. I want pure silver, but do I need to even bother investing in constitutional silver? So what I ended up doing was I would go to the bank or the ATM and withdraw the amount of cash that I had budgeted for that day's purchase. And then I'd go into the LCS and I'd buy full troy ounces of coins and rounds. And then any money that I had left over that wouldn't buy me a full ounce of silver, I would just use that to buy junk silver. And my LCS gives me pretty good rates on junk silver. I've always gotten decent deals from him. At that time, I didn't have a ton of knowledge about junk silver. I mean, I had a basic understanding of what junk silver was and how it worked, but it wasn't until recently that I sort of started realizing how important it was at this stage in my life. Now, this may seem unrelated, but track with me because it's really not. In my previous video, I talked about how in 2025, I'm going to be mainly focusing on stacking gold And I mentioned that I would also be stacking some generic and some constitutional, but I've come to realize that my junk silver stack is really important to grow as I'm growing my gold stack. And I'll explain to you why. In the same way that I see silver rounds, bars, and coins as a buffer between my cash and my gold, I see junk silver as a buffer between my cash and my silver coins, rounds, and bars. I'm not going to want to sell my Perth Mint coins. I'm not going to want to sell my maples. I don't have the same sentimental attachment to junk silver as I do to my full ounce pure silver coins. That may sound corny. I don't know. I do have an attachment to these other coins. They're just really beautiful. They're pure silver, and I don't want to sell them. But in order to avoid selling the silver that I don't want to sell, I think it's important that I really, really grow that constitutional stack. Now, there might be some of you listening and thinking, what are you talking about? The purpose of constitutional silver is for bartering in an SHTF situation. Look, I'm not saying that that's not true. I would agree with you. That would be a good tool in a situation like that. Maybe after the dust settled and people weren't so focused on just getting food and means of protecting themselves. Yes, I could see that becoming something that we use in a barter system. That's just not the reason that I'm personally stacking junk silver. For me, the junk silver is great to have, and it's something that I would spend if I ran out of cash and had to sell some of my metals. Stack as much junk silver as you can for as low a premium as you can get it. The premium does go up occasionally when the demand for junk silver goes up. And the demand for junk silver goes up occasionally because it's not minted anymore. So when more people are buying junk silver, sometimes it gets a little more expensive. I will say, though, that even during those times, if you try to buy it in bulk, it will save you money. If you guys have any insights or tips that I might have overlooked when it comes to stacking junk silver, please share it down in the comments below. I have really enjoyed getting to know you guys. Let's keep the dialogue going. And if you'd like to support this channel in a greater way, please consider joining my Patreon. And if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. I'm Booty Girl, and I'll see you guys in the next one.